Hello, this is Randy Chertkow and Jason Feehan, and we're here to talk to you about how to make more money with music, Volume 1, 9 free revenue streams for the working and weekend musician. We like to say that there's just one formula that you need to know for your music business, which is what you make minus what you spend is what you keep, which means that you really want to make more and spend less. And in this case, what we've found since writing the Indie Band Survival Guide is that we found over 300 revenue streams musicians can activate today, and we've given out instructions on how to tap them, especially in our latest book, Making Money with Music. Well, one of the ways you can combine those two ideas of making more and spending less is to tap revenue streams that don't cost anything, that are completely free. And that's what this video is all about. So, in this video, we're going to share 9 free revenue streams every musician should tap. Let's dive in. Number 1, collect non-interactive streaming royalties from SoundExchange. Now, SoundExchange pays you money whenever your music is non-interactively streamed. I know that's a complicated concept, and that's because it's defined by a U.S. statute. It basically means whenever your music is streamed on the radio or on places like Pandora, it generates revenue for the sound recording owner and the featured artist. And SoundExchange doesn't cost anything to register and start collecting these royalties. So there's no reason not to go on that site, register as a both account, assuming that you have both your own sound recordings and you are a featured artist, and register your songs. And from then on, throughout your entire lifetime, it will start collecting royalties for you. And again, that costs nothing up front. Generate YouTube ad share. Now, YouTube will collect money on your behalf, ad share, if your music or your videos are used anywhere on YouTube. That is to say, not just your own channel, but on other people's channels as well. This means you really want to upload all of your music for Content ID, whether you have a video or not, because your fans may decide to make a fan video or to use some of your songs in something that they're doing. And when you do, you may as well collect ad revenue for it. To do that, all you have to do is register with YouTube's Content ID, which is free, but check out their eligibility requirements. They don't let just anybody register. And if they don't let you in, don't worry about it. You can actually use other services such as CD Baby's social video monetization service, which will collect it for you. Number 3, collect songwriter performance royalties. Now, songwriter performance royalties come out whenever you get your music played on the radio or even if it's performed live. And by the way, that's even if you perform your own music live. You can turn in set lists and they will pay you royalties based on the fact that your music was performed. Doesn't matter that you did it. BMI has no fees if you're going to join as a songwriter. It doesn't cost anything. You should also register as a publisher, but this costs a fee. And ASCAP and CSAC, while they may charge a fee, are usually just a once-in-a-lifetime fee. And by the way, again, just like the last one, when you register your song with this, it will collect royalties for the length of copyright, which is the rest of your life plus another 70 years. That is, register once, you collect a lifetime of royalties, so you may as well do this and take care of it. Number 4, earn affiliate sales. Now, affiliate sales may sound a little complicated when you first get into it, but you'll see that it really just boils down to making special links that let retailers know that you sent business their way. And for all the business that they do, you basically get a percentage of the sales that the customer buys. They're free. And of course, you have a good reason to make these links to your own merch and music to get an additional percentage cut on the front end. The cool thing is if your fan decides to buy anything else while shopping the online store, you get a cut of that sale as well. So, no reason not to do this since it's free. iTunes has one, Amazon has one, and then there's aggregators like CJ.com and Rakuten. And aggregators basically handle the affiliate program for retailers like, for example, Guitar Center or Music 123. So if you wanted to make affiliate links to musical instruments because you want to tell your musician fans which music instruments you use to make your music, you can do that. And if they decide to buy it after clicking on that link, you will actually make an extra cut. There's also merchandise retailers like Cafe Press, Zazzle, Spreadshirt, Lulu, and even eBay has an affiliate program. Again, all of these are free, and eBay's is particularly interesting because what they do is they let you link to a search on a particular item. So you don't have to just link to a particular auction that's going to expire out. You could actually have a link to a piece of gear that's, let's say, out of date, that the retailer isn't making anymore, and let people buy the same thing and get a cut of that. Number 5, raise money for your next album, tour, or project. Crowdfunding has now really become quite a part of every music business. Pretty much everybody should consider doing it. And since it doesn't cost any money, at least from these various platforms, to handle this, you may as well do a Kickstarter or Indiegogo, Launchpad, or any of these other sites to let you collect some money and raise funds for your next project. Now, don't just do this willy-nilly. You want to make sure to do it successfully. You want to make sure people have a satisfying experience. But since it doesn't cost anything, it really should be part of your music business strategy. Number 6, recurring monthly income. Sites like Patreon allow you to have something like a fan club if you've not run into it before. And the nice thing about that is that you can just release your regular music as you go, and you can get a set of superfans that will pay you a certain amount per month, $5, $10, $15, $20, maybe even $100 or more a month. In order to get them to do that, the best way to do this is to come up with great rewards. And there's not a lot of time in this video to talk about this. We actually write about this on a constant basis, but your best bet is to start out by looking at other musicians and other people who are using Patreon and find out the rewards that are the most popular and see what will work for your own music business. And since they just collect money on the back end, there's no reason not to consider doing Patreon. Number 7, collect cashless donations and tips. More and more people are walking around with no cash in their wallets at all. And in order to handle this, there's lots and lots of services out there. Most of them are free. So you have things like PayPal Me, Venmo, Square Cash. All of these places don't cost anything. And Busk.co allows you to do things basically while you're playing on the street, to let people not only give you tips, but you could give out rewards and have people know when you're playing and where in the city that you're in. Very cool. Busk.co has a free version, and all these others are also free. You may as well do that and add QR codes to anywhere that you are so that they could just point their phone and give you some money. In fact, you could sign up at multiple of these all at once. Number 8, there's sites and charities like World Vision that have causes that really want to have people recruit all kinds of people to donate to them. And World Vision is somewhat unique in that what they do is they work with artists. They really want to help artists out. And so if you can convince people to sign up for World Vision or for similar types of charities which have this kind of thing, they will pay you a bounty for each sign up. And this makes your live events a little more lucrative. You can make another bit of money on this income stream if you just spend a little bit of time in the middle of your show talking about how the cause is a good one, and then just have some forms that people can fill out. And as a result, anybody who signs up for this, you can make a cut, make a bounty for it. Number 9, rent your gear, rehearsal, and recording space. This is really handy for those of us who have more gear than they use, and let's face it, that is probably all of us. If you can go to a place like sparkplug.it, you'll see that lots and lots of people are renting their gear, and it's especially good during festival times or times where there's a lot of shows happening all at the same time, because bands and artists that tour don't often want to carry their gear around. They'd rather rent it. And the cool thing is, even during these festival times, you can actually pull down a lot of money for the gear that's just sitting around that you're not currently playing or performing with right now. It goes beyond gear, though, because you can do rehearsal and recording space, too. And then that's not all the ideas. There's far more that you can do, and you can find that in our book, Making Money with Music. We have an audiobook version of that as well as a regular book, depending on how you want to do it. And if that's not enough, we also have a newsletter. Making Money with Music newsletter is laser focused on just giving you more income streams and more ideas to take home more money from your music business. You can subscribe to our newsletter for free at makingmoneywithmusic.com. And if you subscribe now, you get our 65-page companion ebook and a Making Money with Music starter kit. That includes split sheets and lots of other useful items. Very much worth signing up right now. That's not all. There's plenty more coming soon. Keep an eye on this space because we'll be releasing more ebooks on making money with music and more videos too. So keep your eye on the space and see you next time.